Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back. We had to update our tier list. There was a lot of criticism and critiques that you guys had for the last version I had. So we went back into the lab and we were cooking and we came out with this. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so to start things off, the first change I made is I added another tier. I added the SS tier because I felt like there were too many units in S, right? And there wasn't a clear like level gap kind of distinct between the units that were just above everyone else in the entire game. So I made the SS tier for the god tier units in the game, right? So in the SS tier, I moved up Heinrich from S to SS. I moved up Doki Doki to SS and Lily to SS and Mio to brand new unit. She wasn't here in the last tier list, but we got her here and she's SS. So to just go over quickly, Heinrich, he's SS because in pretty much all the PvE endgame modes, Heinrich is going to be a valuable unit. There's a reason people are trying to reroll for him, so he deserves to be an SS. Next, we got Doki Doki. Like, her manipulation, she's able to give you speed, able to give you attack. Like, she's just an insane buffer. Like, she's an automatic ban in PvP. Like, she's just an insane broken unit. And she's splashable in a majority of teams. It doesn't really matter. As she's a light dark. And like for SS, by the way, all these 4 units here in SS are light dark units. And it's important to note that during the patch notes where they buffed and nerfed units, they mainly nerfed units to make the light darks stand out more, to like make the gap more noticeable between the light darks and the RGB units, right? As the light darks are literally called Apex Animus, so that's why they're definitely going to be the best units in the game, rightfully so. So like I said, Doki Doki deserves SS. Next we got Lily. Now Lily, she's so busted. Skill 1, you know, she's able to get an assist, you know, able to get that speed down. Like, really great buffer, able to reduce skill cooldowns. Like, she has a ton of synergy with so many units, with Tiamat, with Messiah, which I'm praying that I get Lily so I can run with Messiah with Lily. Because Messiah skill 3 paired with Lily skill 3, oh man, it's gonna be super nice. So yeah, Lily deserves to be in SS. And then we got the brand new unit Mio. Now Mio, to break down her kit in a nutshell, she has a ton of turn meter manipulation. She's able to steal turn meter from your enemies, and 50% of the turn meter she steals, she's able to give it to your units. Right, so that's busted. But she's able to buff speed on top of that. Plus, she's also able to freeze with her S1 and S2. So she's able to freeze units. So she's literally Marvel and Kraken on steroids. That's basically what Mio is, right? So without a doubt, she deserves to be SS. Hell, everyone's trying to reroll for her, so it makes sense, right? Down in S, the only units I really moved up into S is I moved up Valerian. I think I moved up Valerian. She's a really solid support unit. I moved her up. I also had the wrong Kazuyo. I had the wrong Kazuyo in S rank. So Kazuyo the Reverie. She's the S rank one. Kazuyo the Reverie. Chloros, he deserves there. He got the biggest buff during the patch notes. So yeah, he's definitely there. Plus did get nerfed, but they buffed her S3, so I think she still has value. Who else? Yeah, that's about it. To just speak on Messiah real quick, I don't have Messiah in SS because I feel like he can be replaced by one of the RGB units. Like, the only thing that makes Messiah stand out, like, to be honest with you, is the invincibility. And obviously the fact that he doesn't have type disadvantage in PvE because he's a light dark unit. But outside of that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Messiah. Like, I want to put him in SS, but I have to be, you know, as objective as possible here. Like, what he does can be done. Like damage wise, what he does can be done. He does have, and I do know he does have ignore defense, and he does have vulnerable, so he's a really nice unit. But I feel like he's just not as godly as the other units in SS. And trust me, I really wanted to put Messiah in SS. I really do. But he's just not there. Because in the end game teams, for Inferno difficulty. There's not many teams running Messiah, I'll be real with you. And that's the only thing, but he's still a busted unit nonetheless. Like, don't get it wrong. Just because he's not there doesn't mean he's not almost there. He's literally on the brinks. He's more SS than the other units in here. But yeah, so that's S rank. Anyone else? Boom boom boom. Oh yeah, Rahu. So Rahu is a really solid unit, man. He scales off of his defense. He is a busted bruiser, man. I was sleeping on him for the longest time, man. I was sleeping on him for the longest time. Pause. But yeah, I was sleeping on him for the longest time. He does a lot of damage. He's super tanky. A shout out to one of my guild mates. He put me onto Rahu. Yeah, people are sleeping on him, man, because he got buffed. Right? He got buffed. So he's very good. So keep an eye out for Rahu. He's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with in PvP, man, especially. But in PvE, he's very solid as well. So keep an eye out on your boy. I hope I get him now, because I'm gonna make a showcase on him just to showcase how busted he is, because no one's talking about it really. But yeah, that's basically S. Born, I don't think Born deserves to be S rank comparatively. And another basis I use to make this tier list is if there's a unit in the rank above you that can do what you can do but better, then you deserve to be below that rank. So that's why Born is in A rank. I feel like the other DPS units are just better, even though Born did get a little bit of a bigger buff. I don't think he's S rank worthy in my opinion. Now Shadow Sanya, she is a light dark unit, by the way, but I have her in A rank because I feel like she needs a team, right? I went against one of my own rules I used to make for my tier list. Is I base this off of single use. So what does that mean? I don't think about teams, right? I don't factor in team potential. I only look at what you can do on your own, on your ones, right? On your solo, right? So Shadow Sanya, really, in my opinion, on her own, I don't think she's as great in my opinion. But at the same time, if you have her team, she definitely gets bumped up to S. But this is a tier list based off of individual performances, right? So Shadow Sanya is A. I'm sure I'm gonna have some people debate me on why I have her in A rank, but hey man, it is what it is. Now we got Chiaki the Echo in A rank. Now I bumped her down because I feel like we just have better SSR units that can do what she can do but better, and it's purely just that alone, right? Because like if I want to have Chiaki in S rank, but it just makes no sense if there's units in S rank that can do what she does but better. So it just makes no sense having her in S rank objectively. But she's still almost in S rank, right? If there weren't SSR units that can do what she does but better, I would have her in S rank by like without no question, right? So but for now she's in A rank. Then we got Hellkid. Now I believe I did bump Hellkid down, and he's a really good unit. He didn't get buffed or nerfed during the patch notes. He's very solid, but I feel like in terms of value and what you get, I know that I have said in the past that the Hellkid is a really busted unit, and he's really strong, don't get me wrong, but comparatively speaking to the units in S rank, I don't think it's that crazy. And if you're talking PvP, he has a lot of use in PvP. But like I said, this is not like what you can do for a team. This is not a team tier list. This is a individual aspect, and he does have a lot of value. He's almost S, right? But for now, I'm keeping him in A, right? I am keeping him in A. So up next, we got the Thing, and the Thing is literally the best name in the entirety of Etheria Restart. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Bro's name is literally the Thing. Like, his parents couldn't even care enough to give him a proper name. They're like, oh, what we call him? Oh, the Thing. That's crazy as hell. But the Thing, I have him A rank because I feel like he does get outclassed by other DPSs in S rank and SS, and we do have to, you know, separate and show the levels. So he's an A rank, but he's still a very solid SR unit, man, and he's only an SR, so bear that in mind. He's hanging in the big dog leagues with other SSRs, and he's an SR, right? So he's a solid SR unit. And guys, just because I have units in A rank doesn't mean they're trash, right? Like it goes from D all the way to double S, right? So if a unit's an A, it means that they almost made it to S, but they just didn't cut it, right? They're not trash. If anything, they're above average. If literally anything, they are literally above average. So keep that in mind. Next, you got Jada, really solid DPS units. She got buffed actually, and she's a really good unit, man. Doesn't do anything too crazy, but there is potential there. There is potential there for her to do some crazy things. But on her own, I don't think she outclasses the other DPS units we have in S rank and SS rank. If you have anything that could change my mind, let me know in the comment section. We got Sanya in A, okay. Maya, she didn't go up or down. We got Veronica in A. Now, Veronica is not a good unit really. She's only good in PvP, right? She's only amazing in PvP. Outside of PvP, she's kind of like what? She's kind of like whatever, to be honest with you. So that's why I have her in A rank. Tiamat, A rank. I bumped her down because I thought about it, right? I thought about it. Tiamat did get hit pretty hard. Her healing aspect did nerf her down a bit. So yeah, she's not going to be as great. She does have that, you know, she does have some good tank capabilities, some good support capabilities with shields and damage mitigation. But I feel like in terms of value and everything, I feel like S rank and SS rank units are just better than Tiamat in my opinion. Now Tiamat is a tricky one, right? Because I had to bump down some units. I'll be real, I had to bump down some units from SS and S down to A. And Tiamat, comparatively speaking, in, you know, versatility and in longevity in PvE, I feel like she falls off towards the later end of PvE, especially if you have better access to, or if you have more access to other units. So hey, that's just what I thought. I'm sure people are going to debate me, but yo, Tiamat A rank. You got Victor A rank as well. He did get hit, he did get nerfed, but it wasn't anything crazy. He's still viable. Viper, Obal, solid units. Anyone else? Boom, boom, boom. I did bump up the other cast because some people were like, yo, the one, she's not D rank level, and I was like, actually, yeah, you're right. I was tripping a bit with her being in D rank. She does not deserve the D. No, she does not. So yeah, 41 says where she is. And yeah, Hoyan, I mean, Hoyan, well, she's not really in the game, so we'll have to wait and see. She might be in the game at launch. I believe she might be. We'll have to see. But if she's in the game at launch, we'll have to see what the devs do to her kit, because she was actually really busted. So yeah, that's my updated global launch tier list. I had to do this again and do it the right way. Hopefully this was more fair. If you have any questions or anything, leave a comment and I'll try to respond to every comment. Global launch is literally today or tomorrow. I don't know when I'm posting this video, but yeah. So if you enjoyed this tier list, make sure to leave a like, subscribe with notifications turned on. Take care and peace.